Hi dear students, now I am going to talk about uncertainty in measurement. This is a third lecture from the chapter Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry. Uncertainty in measurement. There is a certain rules to present the experimental data in meaningful way. There are certain rules to express the experimental data in meaningful way. Generally, this can be expressed. Experimental data in a meaningful way, it can be presented with the help of scientific notation, significant figures, and dimensional analysis. Now, first let us talk about the scientific notation. For example, you take a weight of one atom of hydrogen. Weight of one atom of hydrogen is equal to 0.00023 zeros will come. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 166 grams. Right? Weight of one atom of hydrogen is equal to 0.0023 zeros, after that 166 grams. Right? This is very small number. And you take the number of atoms present in 23 grams of sodium. Number of atoms present in 23 grams of sodium is equal to 6023. After the 20 zeros will come. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right? First one, the weight of one atom of hydrogen is very small number. And the number of atoms present in 23 grams of sodium, it is a very big number. It is very difficult to handle these kind of small numbers as well as these kind of the big numbers. So, which can be easily presented by using the scientific notation. General form of scientific notation is n multiplied by 10 power n, where the capital N is 1 to 10, or it is 1.002, 9.99 till it reaches 10, right? Till it reaches 10. And whereas the exponent small n is positive or negative integer. positive or negative integer. For example, in a certain calculation, we got the final result as 0.0001. By using the scientific notation, this can be expressed as this decimal point. We have to move it to the right side. So this is 1.0 into 10 power minus 4. If for example, in some other result we got 3600. I am writing it as 3600.0. So decimal point is to be moved to the left side. Then 3.6 into 10 power 3 will get, right? This is general form of scientific notation. By using the scientific notation, we can express the result like this. General form is n into 10 power n, where this capital N ranges from 1.00 to 9.99, where this n is either it is negative or it may be a positive integer. This is easier method of expressing the result by using the scientific notation. The second one is significant figures. Significant figures. When we try to measure some experimental data, when we try to find out some experimental data, there is always some kind of uncertainty. There is some error definitely will get. Generally, one would expect that the result is precise and accurate. What is mean by precision? Precision is the closeness of all the measured values, to a particular value, and accuracy is the agreement of a particular value, to the true value of the result. So let us take one example from that we can better understand about precision and accuracy. Students, let us take one example. From that better we can understand about precision and accuracy. Assume a sample of chemical compound is given. A sample of chemical compound, the weight of the sample is 5 grams. This is a true value, exact value of that. The weight of a chemical compound is 5 grams, right? Then we have asked to measure the weight of the sample by 3 students, A, B, C. Then in the different experiments, A, B, C are the students. Experiment 1, experiment 2, and the average value. Then A measured in the 2 different experiments the weight of the sample by using the simple balance. he got 4.99, and the second experiment he got 5.01. The average value is 5.00, and D got the values as 4.85, 4.87. Then the average of these two values 4.86. Then C tried to measure that values and he got 4.86. In the second experiment he got the value as 5.10. Let us find out what is the average of this. 4.86, 5.10, 9.96 divided by 2. 9.96 divided by 2 is 2 4s are 8, 1 2 9s are 18, 2 8s are, right? 4.98 we are getting average for the C values. Then from the A values it is clear that this is accurate as well as precise. The values whatever the A is getting is precise and accurate. What is a precision is the closeness of all the measured values. You got a 4.99, 5.01. These two are closer to each other. That is called as a precision, right? And the agreement of a particular value to the true value of the result. This is closer to each other as well as it is closer to the true value of the result. So that's why the values whatever A is getting we can call it as precise and accurate. But B values are closer to each other but these are not closer to the true value. Then we can call it as these are precise but not accurate. And the C got entirely different values in the two experiments. So this we can call it as neither precise nor accurate. That is, precision is the closeness of all the measured values to a particular value. These two values they are precise. And A value whatever A is getting that is closer to true value. So accurate. B values are closer to each other but they are not closer to the true value of the result. Precise but not accurate. But the C values is entirely different. Neither precise nor accurate. Then the significant figures is the number of digits which are known with certainty. Number of digits which are known with the certainty. Generally, assume that we have given a scale to the student and asked to measure the length of this board. Then he told that is length of the board by using centimeter scale. He told it is 143.5 centimeters. But there may be some kind of error, a little error it may be there in this digit. It may be 143.5 plus or minus 0.1 centimeter. There may be some error in this digit, whatever it is after the decimal point. So error may be 143.5 plus or minus 0.1 centimeter, right? So here these three digits 1, 4, 3 that is called as certain digit. and 5 is an uncertain digit. Then the significant figures is equal to the number of certain digits plus one uncertain digit. Here the number of certain digits are 3. Uncertain digit is 1. That is, total number of significant figures is 4. There is some rules we will discuss now. Let us discuss about the rules to find out significant figures. Rules to find number of significant figures. Number of significant figures. Let us discuss one by one rule. Generally, all non-zero digits are significant. All non-zero digits are significant. All non-zeros are significant. For example, 7.345 is given. Number of significant figures is 1, 2, 3, 4. All non-zeros are significant. 675.123 is given, right? Then number of significant figures is, all non-zeros are significant, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 significant figures. Number of significant figures is 6. Zeros left to first non-zero is not significant. Those zeros are used to indicate the position of decimal point. The position of decimal point. For example, you take 0.005486. 0.005486. The zeros left to the first non-zero digit is not significant. All these zeros are not significant, but these are used to indicate the position of decimal point. So here the number of significant figures is, all non-zeros are significant, so 1, 2, 3, 4 only will get. So number of significant figures is 4. Third one is zeros in between two non-zero digits are significant. Zeros in between two non-zero digits are significant. For example, if the number is given 40567, like that number is given, right? 40567.15, right? Then all non-zeros are significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0 in between two non-zeros also significant. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The number of significant figures in the given number, it is a 7, right? Let us continue our discussion with the point number 4. Fourth rule is zeros, write to the first non-zero digit, write to the first non-zero digit is significant, provided those are right to the decimal point, right to the decimal point, right to the decimal point, right? For example, if we have a number like 0.0070560, like that number is given, right? The zeros left to the first non-zero is not significant. This 1, 2, 3 zeros are not significant. All non-zeros are significant, we know, and the zero in between two non-zero digits are significant, and the zeros which is right to the decimal point after non-zero digit, first non-zero also, this is significant, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of significant figures is in the given number 5, right? But there is one rule. Terminal zeros are not significant if there is no decimal point. If there is no decimal point. Terminal zeros are not significant if there is no decimal point. Simply, if they have given 100, the number of significant figures is only 1. These zeros are not significant. If the number is given as 100.00, then all the zeros will become significant. Number of significant figures in the given number, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of significant figures in the given number is, now it is 5, right? Fifth rule is exact number has infinite number of significant figures. Exact number has infinite number of significant figures. For example, total number of students, in a classroom, assume it is 45. So this we can write it as 45.0, 45.00, 45.000, right? Here number of significant figures is 3. In this number it has significant figures is 4. In this number it has significant figures is 5. So exact number has infinite number of significant figures. Next topic is rounding off. For example, if one multiplication in the calculation 1.658 multiplied by 2.0. Okay, in this multiplication, the number of significant figures in 2.0 is 2, right? The number of significant figures here, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures are there. So after multiplication, what is the number, the result we are getting? It should contain the minimum number of significant figures. So in the data, if the minimum number of significant figures here, it is 2, so then the result also it should contain the number of significant figures as 2. Minimum number it should contain, because the result cannot be more certain than data. The result cannot be more certain than data, right? So here if you do multiplication, 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are 10, plus 1 11, okay, 2 6s are 12, plus 1 is 13, 2 1s are 2, plus 1 is 3, right? So 1 2 3 decimal point, so 3.316 we are getting. But this is having the number of significant figures is 4. But the result cannot be more certain than data. This is to be adjusted to 2 significant figures. Then there is a certain rules while rounding off the number. This is to be rounding off to the 2 significant figures. Then what is those rules is, first one, if the rightmost digit is to be removed is more than 5, then preceding number should be increased by 1, Second rule is, if the rightmost digit is to be removed is less than 5, then no change in preceding number. Students, if the rightmost digit is to be removed is more than 5, then the preceding number should be increased by 1. Here, if we want to remove the digit which is rightmost is 6 is greater than 5, then the preceding number, this number should be increased by 1. If the rightmost digit is to be removed is less than 5, there is no change in the preceding number. Third rule is, if the rightmost digit is to be removed is equal to 5, if the preceding number is odd number, then it is increased by 1. If the preceding number is even number, then there is no change. Students, let us take one example for this. Students, in this example, first number as significant figures is 4. First number, it has number of significant figures is 4. Second number, it has significant figures is 2. Right? Then the final result should contain minimum number of significant figures. But here it has 4 significant figures. Then it should be rounded off to 2 significant figures. Then rightmost digit which is to be removed, it is 6. 6 is greater than 5. Then the preceding number should be increased by 1. So because it is greater than 5. So after rounding off to the 3 significant figures, we will get the number as 3.32 because the preceding number is increased by 1. Then this is to be rounding off to the 2 significant figures. Then rightmost digit is to be removed is 2, which is less than 5. Simply we have to remove that. There is no change in the preceding number. So final result we will get it as a 3.3, which has number of significant figures is 2. Right? In a certain result, for example, we got the answer as 5.625 we got. Here number of significant figures is 4. If they have asked to round off this number to the 3 significant figures, then rightmost digit is to be removed is 5 and preceding number is even number. There is no change in the number. So we will get that as 5.62, which as number of significant figures is 3. In one more calculation, assume if we got 1.535 like that we are getting, right? Significant figures is 4 in this number. If they are asked to round off the given number to the 3 significant figures, rightmost digit is to be removed is 5 and the preceding number is odd number, then while removing this, the preceding number should be increased by 1. So 1.54, which has number of significant figures is 3. So students, this is about the rounding off and the significant figures. Let us continue our discussion with the one more topic, that is dimensional analysis. Next topic is dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis. Students, generally in the calculations we need some unit conversions. For example, if in the data, in a numerical what they have given data, if the energy units are given in joules and the options which they have given are required units is calories, then unit conversion is needed. Okay, so unit conversion generally it can be done by using a method which is called as factor label method, or unit label method, or dimensional analysis. Unit conversion can be done by using the method which is called as factor label method or unit label method or dimensional analysis. Right? For example, if it is a unit conversion is needed to joule to the calories, then we have to use a conversion factor. 1 calorie is equal to, we know that is 4.18 joules. 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joules is equal to 1, which is equal to 4.18 joules divided by 1 calorie. Right? So here generally we have to use it required information is equal to given information multiplied by unit factor we have to take. Students, for example, if it is asked to calculate that 3.45 joules is equal to how many calories, then the required unit is calories and the given unit is joules. In the conversion factor in which the required unit is present in the numerator, we have to take this unit, we have to take, right? So the energy in calories is equal to 3.45 multiplied by, this is 3.45 joules multiplied by, and the unit conversion factor we have to take, in which the required unit is present in the numerator, that is 1 calorie divided by 4.18 joules. Joules will get cancelled, so final answer will get in the calories, right? Final answer will get in the calories. So students, this is about the uncertainty in measurement. Thanks for watching.